Each of these has a setting. I feel like I can place this pop filter somewhere better. I hope this doesn't make horrible, horrible noise for you guys in your end. Just give me a moment. Just a moment. Come on. Come on, Bobby. Come on, filtery. There we go. Sweltering here. Oh boy. I'm actually not sure how much better that is. That might be worse? Well, anyway, this is something I should have done off the screen. I don't know, I just thought about it just now. The thing is, so I have the mic right off camera, right about here. It kind of blocks my screen that I read off of. So like right now, you can see the top of her head over here, and I'm like, right above her forehead, I can't. From about the top of her eye line, there's a big old circle. Which is off the screen. Anyway. Did it get fixed then? You mean the pop filter? I think it's maybe slightly better. It's like... This right here. And it's just that there's this metal thing that comes down like this and then holds it up. And it was lower on the arm here, and I brought it up higher so I can get it more out of the way. Oh, I actually think it helped very much. Okay. Because I'd like to have it like... Actually, hold on. They can raise the arm up more. Okay, so the mic's about here. I normally sit kind of like this. So hopefully this is good. It's not really blocking much of the screen. Anyway. Mr. Right. Miss Faye, how's Mystic Maya? She is returning to this world. The spirit severing technique successful. Let me see her, please. She's still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. Guess I just have to wait. Sigh. The police are here. Sorry to keep you waiting. Oh, you again? What are you doing all the way out here, Detective Gumshoe? It's actually kind of funny. I was in the area for a business trip, pal. Well, time to check out the crime scene. I'll have to question everyone here later on. So just sit tight, alright? Why is he grinning at me? Shall I show you to the scene of the crime, Detective Gumshoe? My name isn't... Oh, Jim Shoe. I missed that. Detective Jim Shoe. My name isn't Jim Shoe. The two of them went into the channeling chamber. I guess all I can do is wait. I guess all I can do for now is see what everyone else has to say. Now I get to wander around and talk to people. So, there's a couple more voices I have to come up with. I'm pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier. Oh boy. It's like the Valley Girl voice again. But I just did the Valley Girl voice, like, not all that long ago. Like, how can I help you? I guess it can just be a little cheerier and a little less, how can I help you? Like, I don't know. Like, isn't it about time to start? Huh? Time to start what? You know, like, the channeling. Channeling? Oh, no, actually the situation has kind of changed. Huh? Like, what do you mean? Please stay calm, but there has been a murder. So, like, murder is that thing where, like, one person kills another, right? Yes, a person has killed another person. Oh, that's, what are the words I'm, like, looking for? It's, like totally a bummer. Yeah, after all that effort, that's all she had to say? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to, like, introduce myself. My name is Eeny Meeny. Or Tiny Miny? At the college, I'm researching a thing, parapsychology. It's where you do psychology while parasailing. Parapsychology? That's right. People, like, usually call it occult studies or something? Like, supernatural phenomenons? Psychic physics powers or something? That sort. I think you're terribly wrong on what you're talking about. That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Valley Girl is perfect for a law. What the heck? I know, but I just did it, so I don't want to do, like, the exact same voice. Why is there this here? You left the blanket a mess. Are you gonna fold it? Like, I had a really good nap, and, like, I was thinking of doing it like this, so, like, is all I set for tonight? So what brings you here today? So I was the one who told Dr. Gray about this place? He asked me, like, do you know of a good spirit medium? Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place. I want physics powers. Heck yeah. I could warp physics itself. It's almost like you'd be psychic, only it's psychic. I'm studying to be a psychic. This is like talking to dead people and like multiple personalities are my thing. I see. So why are you taking a nap here? Like, I wasn't feeling good? What? I'm like allergic or something to sesame seeds? I think that's what it's called. Really must have put some in the food we served for lunch. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. Yeah, so like I felt sick and came here to like sleep because that's how EpiPens work or something? I don't know. I totally feel like I wasted my time because I slept a long time. What happened? So you were sleeping here the entire time? Yeah, like ever since like lunch, so you don't know anything about the murder that took place? Like, what? Oh, that? I like totally know nothing because I wasn't anywhere there near there, yeah, for sure. Who was like, you know, killed? The surgeon that requested the channeling, Dr. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. You literally just told us that you invited him here. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Like a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I was like a patient. Yeah, like I waited around a lot, patiently. She sounds like she's trying to hide something. That's to present evidence. Because I don't really have anything. I'm a defenseman. I'm really sorry I'm not all that smart, so I don't get it. Oh, she doesn't understand the defense badge. Oh, yeah, I can present profiles. Yeah, I'm bad at people's names, but I like, remember seeing a face somewhere before, I think. That's cool, lady. Oh, this didn't happen before. If this is Pearl, I have no idea what voice to give her. There's no one here, as usual. Ah! Hey, how are you? You're Pearl, right? Silent as ever. What's that she's got in her hand? I've seen it somewhere before. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? Maybe like way too spiky? Maybe like way not spiky enough? She's probably scared out of her wits after having a murder take place right by her. Lada. God, don't let it be me next. God, don't let me be next. Don't scare me like that. What do you mean? You're the one scaring me. If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine. Oops. Did not mean to press the thing that has already been pressed. Any ideas? Did you see or notice anything that stuck out to you? Nah, well, maybe one thing. What is it? Now my poor tongue not so good at handling this kind of thing. Huh? What? Curse and ghosts and stuff come back to get young. It's all too much, I say. What's too much? You're a cult photographer. That's some scary stuff, so I think I'm gonna try to go get to become one of them there celebrity photographers now. You mean a paparazzi? Going after photos is more within your reach from now on. More glamour, less gore? What's up? Oh, yeah. What is it? I took some hot pictures earlier. Hot pictures? Huh? Remember? I took some pictures at the murder scene. You were like, time out. Ah, she did. 2 even. Somehow only 2. Stay on murder. I mean, I'd like to bring it at. That'd be some sensational storytelling. Lotta. Time for my journalistic sense burning inside me. I hate cutting around, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat those cops and scoop of the century. Ooh, yeah. I don't know who's scary, Lotta or the spirits. Why does it feel like we've been through this before? Chasing people all over the place. Bay Manor, channeling chamber, discount, deaths for less. The police are busily running here and there. I don't see Maya anywhere. Hey, you don't touch anything! Look, I really need to ask you some questions. Don't look at me like that. Okay. Some sort of an uncaring joke. Tell you what, pal. I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright? About Maya. Hate to break this to you, pal, but the way things look now, that girl is the only one who could have done it. Yeah, only Maya and the victim were inside this room, after all. But Maya is... You ask more about her later, pal. Right now, we got a job to do. That's collecting evidence. Actually, she looks like a real professional. And yet, something about his expression still looks the same. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, huh? He was shot in the forehead. But? Well, he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. A knife? Basically, the Vic was force stabbed, then he was shot. That's cool. I mean, no! Oh yeah, I can't look at anything, because they're investigating. We talked to Lada, and she's like, I'm gonna get back in there and take some pictures, and then we talked to Gumshoe, and he was like, talk to me about stuff, pal. Well, they gotta get some fries to wipe it up with. Oh, dear madam, you have such impeccable timing. What's all the buzz? Alright everyone, listen up. You too, pal. I'm gonna give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation's not gonna be done until real late. That is a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the Fey Manor tonight. What a mess. I can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police. And I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. Morning. Guess I must have nodded off at some point. Hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention center as soon as possible. A lot of butts. Have you never seen Married Larry? That's great. Nick! Night! Maya! What am I going to do, Nick? I never imagined this would turn out like this. Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Oh, there's no burgers in jail. Now, come to think of it, the first time I met her, it all started right here, in this detention center. Well, actually, that's not true. I met her at the scene of her sister's murder, but then I met her here later. And I finally get to see you again, and... It's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I was too weak, and I couldn't control the spirit power, so you materialized a gun and a knife? Wow. I don't want to bring this up. I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but you don't have to be nice to me. I understand. Yeah, Maya. Yeah, she gets some damsel in distress stuff a little too often. So you're the master of something out of the Curane School of Channeling? Actually, my mother is for now. But since the title passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday. But many people think that channeling isn't real. That's all just an act. You believe us, don't you? Well, yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. When Maya's channeling the spirit, not only her voice, but her whole physical appearance changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. It happened this time, too. Dr. Gray said he wanted to call it the nurse, so... You give her a Scottish accent? No, not at all. Maya's body must have taken on that nurse's appearance, or potentially, since she didn't look anything like... Anyway, what exactly happened to the channeling chamber, in the channeling chamber? I went into that room with Dr. Gray, locked the door. I don't know, anyway. It's not a Scottish accent. Not Scottish at all. I sat down across from him. Okay. We closed our eyes and began the channeling. This sounds kind of creepy, like the beginning of a scary story. And that's the last thing I remember. What? If your spirit comes into my body, lose myself, my consciousness. And then you don't remember a single thing? But when I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms. And there was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream. A dream? What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling? I can't quite remember all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. No, it's not Irish. It's supposed to... Oh my gosh. It's supposed to be like Mexican. Spanish. I couldn't move. It was unbearable, really suffocating. do it, something like that. I see. I have no idea what to say to that. There was a really familiar smell too. Under the ground? Yeah, I can't place it. I know I smelled that same scent before. Now it's starting to sound Scottish, dang it. You put it in my head and I can't get it out. I guess this is all about all the information I'm going to gather for today. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please make sure you prepare it, okay? It? What is it? The document requesting me to be your attorney, of course. Thanks, Mr. Nick. I will be sure to do that. What's wrong? Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a murderer. No one's decided that yet. But I killed that person with these 2 hands. That's enough, Maya. It's hopeless. If you defend me, you lose. I'm sure. Stop it! Help me. Nick, help me. I'm scared. Don't worry, I will. When's the trial? It sounds like tomorrow. As usual, 0 prep time. Alright, I'm going now. Wait, Mr. Nick. This jewel. This is called the Mega Tomahawk. It's a magical charm and it protects me. Give this to Pearly and I'm sure she can lend you her spiritual powers. Mega Tomahawk acquired from Maya. Okay, bye! Go find Pearly. I don't know what her voice is like. I have to save Maya, no matter what. That's why the Gumshoe music is playing. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened to that room in that room yesterday? Megatama is what is it, like 1/2 of the Philosopher's Stone or something like that? I don't remember exactly, but it's the thing that she gave me. That shape, I don't know. 1/2 of the yin yang? I don't remember exactly. It's called the Megatama Hawk. I just add Hawk to the end. Anyway, the meditation room nurtures all mediums, young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager, but it's pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder yesterday. Gotta go find Pearly. Philosopher's Stone is not from Harry Potter. I mean, it's in Harry Potter, but that is not what that's from. Philosopher's Stone's been around for like thousands of years. Philosopher's Stone. Thousands of years. So here we are in the 1700s with the Philosopher's Stone, like I said, thousands of years. That is legendary alchemical substance capable of turning base metals such as mercury into gold. So basically a magic item that don't exist. But the little Hearthstone symbol is a Philosopher's Stone, or the general representation of a Philosopher's Stone is like that little swirl. It's like a swirl on a rock. So that's what the Hearthstone symbol is. I found out the other day my mom went to a Japanese festival with teenagers. She was in Japan. Really enjoyed it. It's an alchemist. Yeah. History behind the stone? Oh, well, you see, let me just pull that out of my memory here. The earliest known written mention of the Philosopher's Stone is in Kairakmekta, Zemos of Panopolis, 300 AD. Alchemical writers assign a longer history. Elias Ashmole and the anonymous author of Gloria Mundi in 1620 claim that its history goes back to Adam, who acquired the knowledge of the stone directly from God. This knowledge was said to be passed through biblical patriarchs, giving them their longevity. The legend of the stone was also compared to the biblical history of the Temple of Solomon and the rejected cornerstone described in Psalms 118. What was the other thing? Oh, Megatama. Fuck. Megatama. Megatama are curved comma-shaped beads that appeared in prehistoric Japan from the final Jomon period through the Kofun period, approximately 1000 BCE, which I think stands for before Christ existed or something. I don't know. Let's see. So it's like the arrowhead for them, kind of like usually made of clay, talc, slate, quartz, gneiss, jadeite, nephrite, and sephronitinite. Regularly shaped, lack continuity from region to region. Thought to be an imitation of the teeth of large animals pierced at the hole. Scholars think they're decorative and have no. They've been decorative. Something. Yeah, I think it's called an arrowhead because they actually tried to use it as like an arrowhead. And it's just a piece of rock, so it survived out the wood, and you go wander around in certain areas, you can find arrowheads sitting around. I've found arrowheads on the ground before in Idaho. I don't really know what Megatama has to do with like religious stuff. It just sounds like they thought it was like a decorative tooth. But yeah, I don't know. There's this is a pretty big article about these. Article in my head, of course, not Wikipedia. Yeah, anyway. I think history is really cool as a subject, and it's one of those things I'd like to learn more, but then I'm like, bored, don't care, not relevant to me, even though history can teach you a lot. Anyway. June 20th, Fate Manor, Winding Way, Blake stalling for time because he still doesn't know what voice he's going to give Pearl. Little Pearl isn't here today. Maybe she's at the school? At school? Hey, there's a giant trunk now. Oh, hey, like, you're that guy from yesterday? Like, the, dentist guy? No, I'm a lawyer. That's right, Mr. Smith Esquire. That's right. Wait, I mean, you're wrong. My name is right. Right? Well, like, this got 3 letters, right? I don't think she gets the point. I like world history, not American history, because it's been beaten in my head for literally years. Yeah, and then they teach you, like, nothing. You have to take, like, another class, and they'll be like, it's African history! Here, learn what all the countries are. If that's the history, we don't actually know it. We just found a map one day and wanted you to learn all the countries. And now I've forgotten all of them. There's like a Kenya and like a Zimbabwe, and that's about all I can remember off the top of my head. Anyway, I used to know all of them. But anyway, I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you here? So, like, I study this thing called parapsychology at the college. It's where you're on a parasail and you study psychology. You told me about that yesterday. The sesame allergy, too. What I'd really like to know is why you're still here today. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant? You should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay, like, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Yeah, my brain dumped the information. I think it took a while, but, like, you gotta, like, I don't know. There's gotta be a better way to teach history. I guarantee it. I watch history stuff on YouTube. I watched a Henry VIII video all that long ago. Like 2 days ago or something. Anyway. That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Scammers calling me on my phone? Anyways, I'm Nevaeh. If Lana ever wanted to get a genuine mysterious phenomenon, it's right here. You're supposed to pronounce it with a Russian accent. History. I don't know. Okay, let's talk to you again. Eeny, whatever. So why are you still here today? Like, there's so much for me to, like, study here? Like, what? Like, the mediums training? Or, like, how do they inherit their spiritual power? I suppose this village is the real thing after all. So, like, I asked if we could stay here for, like, a little longer. But she sure seems to be the carefree type, at least on the surface. Did you hear about the murder? It's, like, totally scary. She says with a silly smile plastered on her face. Oh man, I'm doing it too! So do you know anything about it that might help? Somehow I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. About the victim, Dr. Gray. I don't know who you were talking about. Like, wait, I think you asked about him, like, yesterday too? That's right, she actually remembered something for the first time in her life. Her reaction yesterday when I asked was to bite her hat like it was a piece of pizza dough. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Like, I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Oh, well, like a long time ago, galaxy far, far away, already read this, not gonna do it again. Okay, she's definitely hiding something from me. Like, is something wrong? Yeah, you! Your face! Your face is what's wrong. Take that! I'm good at this. Where's Pearl? Pearl. Looking for you, Pearl. Bay Manor Channeling Chamber, finest in channeling repair. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. I should take the chance to thoroughly check this room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue or two. Ah! Ooh, Mr. Wright. Good morning. I'm on my way to meet Mystic Maya, and I thought to bring her some items from here to make her feel more at home. Namely, tea so bitter. You lose your tongue and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. You lose your tongue and jaw-droppingly... What? Oh, right, yeah, she's listening. Aunt Clockton. Wow. My guess is this. Maya passed out and didn't actually kill anyone, vicariously, spiritually, or otherwise. I think she was knocked out by her aunt, or the spirit did it after the summoning. Then the aunt clocked him, along with the Nevea check. Not that I remember, but I don't remember exactly how this case goes. And I'm sure Maya will be very grateful. That's Mystic Maya, good sir. She's one scary lady. Oh dear, sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night, as did I. I know it's important for me to search the site, but I should ask her some questions too while I have the chance. Am I close? My biggest complaint with this particular case, and the reason why I don't like it, is because it becomes very clear who did it too early in the case, and then it's like it started, okay. We're gonna grab it. Okay, listen. Right now, does this not look like a whodunit? Like, we don't know who done it, right? And there's like a few people we're talking to, and we're trying to figure it out. Okay? Too early, we're gonna be able to just figure out who it is. Just by like process of elimination. There's not that many people. It can only be one or two of them. It's pretty easy. Well, obviously, it's not Maya. It can't be Maya. She's like the main character. We know it's not Maya. So they're gonna not reveal, but they're gonna basically, you're gonna know who it is, and then you're gonna spend a long time just piecing it together. Oh yes, they did indeed do it. They sure did do it, and it's like, as the player, I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. So it's basically exploring more of like who the person is and why they did it. But it's like, why start the case this way? Because all the other times when we know who did it, and then we piece together all the different pieces of information to show how they did it, and break their story. Like with Frank Saw It, right? But then with, like, Gant, we don't know, so it is like a whodunit until very late, like the third act of the story, basically. But this freaking thing, it doesn't follow that structure well. That's why I don't like this particular case. We're gonna know who did it, and then it's gonna be like, okay, we know how they did it, we know why they did it, but then there's like a piece missing, and we gotta figure out what that is, and it's like, no, it doesn't matter. At this point, we know who did it, but the game just keeps pressing on it. That's how I feel about this case. Maybe since it's been years, I'll feel differently when we get back to it. But anyway, what happened? And I'd like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday. You mean that awful tragedy? What else could I be referring to, you idiot? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Flashback. That man murdered me, so I killed him. Maya? Step away from now. I mean, oh wait, he wasn't there yet. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. It's showing you how they did it. It gets to the point where it's like, it kind of doesn't matter. We know who did it. It's literally this person. Why does it even, like, it's so undeniable, but then they want to, like, keep exploring it? But anyway. What happened here in this room after I left? Well, first I struck Mystic Maya on the head. Well, that's nice. Make her go unconscious, correct? This is correct. Next, I performed the spirit severing. Spirit severing taking the spirit of the nurse that was inside the Mystic Maya's body. I used the technique to send the nurse's spirit back to the other world. Yeah, it's more like why they did it, but it's like, okay, but we know they did it. I don't give a crap. We know they did it. Okay, I don't know. I'll see if I feel the same way. I wonder if this kind of testimony is even admissible in a court of law. By the way, what is this room exactly? A channeling chamber. This room was created for the sole purposes of preventing such a tragedy as yesterday, by isolating a murderer and a victim together. What do you mean? Sometimes, when an inexperienced medium calls on an especially strong spirit, that spirit may become violent and revolt, as you witnessed yesterday. And I wasn't here to witness it. Revolt? But how? When the spirit enters the medium's body, she loses her will, and her self steps aside. But it's another way. The spirit is borrowing the medium's body, good sir. But isn't that extremely dangerous and dumb and stuff? An experienced medium has little problem. An experienced medium, little problem controlling the spirit. But if they're unconscious, how can they control the spirit? Stop questioning. But Maya, I mean Mystic Maya, that was her first channeling. That was why I insisted on locking the door. Why wouldn't you be there for it, you idiot? You big dumb? However, I never thought that would be calling danger upon the client himself. Why? They're clearly at odds with each other, the client and the nurse. I am grateful that one of our heirlooms was not damaged in this horrible incident. And that would be that folding screen there. It's the Curane's sacred writings. Along with the Curane's sacred urn, they are this villager's most treasured possessions. I ever found out that something had happened to either one. Oh, the humanity. Odd for her to be worrying about the folding screen at a time like this. I guess this isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all that looks like crud. I guess it's special to someone. One man's trash, you know what they say. Anyway, so how's Pearl today? Mr. Red. Yes? In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession. Compared even to Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become a master. That's very impressive or whatever. Till now, the women of the branch have thought themselves to be inferior. But Pearl is different. Her spiritual strength is so great, it's even greater than some of the main family. Yes, Pearl is a channeling prodigy, pride of the branch family. Wow, she's really fired up now. In any case, the world is so different from yours. Perhaps it's best for you to quit, sir. Quit? Quit what? Anyway, bye, because the Megatama. Oh my! What is it? That is Mystic Maya's Megatomahawk. Why do you have this in your possession? I'm sorry. Return it to Mystic Maya at once. Yes, ma'am. Why did I feel like I was being scolded by my own mother just now? And no, I'm keeping it. It's my superpower from here on out, for some reason. Let's go talk to Pearl. It's a really old urn. The ashes of a person long dead are inside. Looks like something with a long history that will definitely show up later in other games. Other than that, it's not very interesting, so time to move on. I don't know where to go. Morgan did it. She's jealous. She did it. I must be in another round of questioning. I hope the detectives are taking it easy on her, but these kinds of cases aren't usually taken lightly either. I guess I'll come back later after examining the guard. This guard monitors the visitor's room. I wonder if he's bored. Not that I can tell since he never looks over this way. Wow, you're on the candid camera. Well, time to kick it at home. Nothing to worry about in here. Feels like I've been gone forever, but it's only been one day. Well, that's right. Where's that newspaper Dr. Gray brought the other day? Ah, here it is, right on top of my desk. This is the one and only thing you left behind that's going to be of any help, and I'm going to put it into evidence. Newspaper clipping number 1 year ago on May 2nd, 14th. Patients died from malpractice at Gray Surgical Institute's clinic. Let's examine the plant. Charlie, a quite decorative plant. It's a memento of my boss, Mia, who passed away. We named the dog after her. The rest of the room may be in shambles, but I always managed to take care of this little fella. A poster of the TV action hero, the Steel Samurai. Maya stuck it up here right before she left. I wouldn't say the Steel Samurai and an attorney's office are a good match, but Maya threatened to curse me with some magic spell, so I guess it can stay. I wish that you could actually see the picture instead of just being a weird blob. It's my desk. I keep it neat for those rare occasions where I actually have a client in the office. There's a giant building just outside the window where April May watches for murders. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. Until recently, it had been a normal business-class hotel. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. Actually, I've neglected them for so long, a layer of dust has started to form. One of these days, I should try to build up the courage to read one. I guess. Okay, so there's probably something in this newspaper clipping that I need to show to somebody so they'll talk more, so let's look at the clipping. 1 year ago, patient something something. Okay, well, okay, that's cool, great. Patient something. Go talk to that lady. Sorry, but I don't know. Wow, it's a megaton. You shouldn't have. It's totally not for you. Hey, like, it's not nice to freak me out like that. That should be my line. So, show it to large-haired McLadyton. The Steel Samurai show thing? Ah! She scares me every time with her face. Believing shortly. Do I have to, like... Oh, I can ask about Aini everything. And how do you believe Mystic Maya has become like this? Directly influenced by the likes of you. And become caught up in a situation such as... I'm sorry. Hey, hold on. How is this my fault? Well, for so many times, as I have also told Pearl, do not associate with strange old men you don't know. Well, that shouldn't apply to me then, especially since I'm hardly an old man yet. I'm not even close to being 30 years old, which is old in Japan for some reason. Good sir! Yes? When did you take this picture? This is one of those, what do they call those, hidden camera pictures? No, it's not one of those at all. Such an unforgivable offense. You will hand it over to me. No, I won't. I've got to remember to watch it when I'm talking about Pearl. She's not even 30, and 30 is young. Yeah, well, not in Japan. What is the called? Oh, walkthrough. So I know what to do. Good sir. Are you implying that she did it? Let's see. Dr. Gray, yeah, he had something past that because he died. Very dead. Oh, you have to examine something. It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It also looks quite old. There seems to be some sort of sacred text written on it, but I can't read it. It's a hole! Could this have been made by a bullet? It's about 8 inches off the ground. It's a small hole, but it looks like a bullet hole. Well then, I do believe it's time for me to take leave. Alright, please tell Mystic Maya I said hi. What was that? I mean, Maya. I did it backwards, because funny. Sigh. Alright, now I gotta go talk to Pearl. His voice I still don't have yet. Pearl likes to hang out in the walkway. Ah, you surprised me. How are you today? I guess she isn't open to friendly chatting. Huh? She's still holding something in her hand. It looks like the same thing she had yesterday. Did Pearl even speak yet? No, she didn't. And the whole time I'm like, what voice do I give her? What voice do I give her? So, how about that weather? Seen any good baseball games lately? Hey now, pal! Oh, okay, that doesn't work either. Ah! Huh? Only I had something that would catch her interest. Maybe she'd talk to me. Oh, right, I have the Mega Tomahawk. Oh yeah, Maya said to give this to you. Ah, I'm in trouble now! If Morgan sees us like this, I'll be the next one they're channeling. That's Mystic Maya's. Huh? She actually spoke. Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I worked with Maya. You worked with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right? Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked Nick up from. I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone. What? So then, of course, you're going to help Mystic Maya, aren't you? That's what you're going to do, right? Well, yeah, I will. Oh wow, it's like a beautiful fairy tale. That earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love. What? Why am I being boiled into a bright red lobster by this little kid? I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. Ah, what a wonderful relationship. Oh, wait, I mean, we aren't things like that. I mean... I can tell you're a good person. All right, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm going to help you in any way I can. Okay. Pearl, are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her. You remind me of Yami Yugi. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of that too. Wow, I had no idea Maya was so revered. Usually, when people don't use Mystic Maya's title, I get mad. Oh, sorry. But if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Because you're special to her. Where in the world did she get an idea like that? By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from? Which channeling school? Yes, for example, I study the Curane technique. I get it. No, I'm a lawyer. Lawyer. Yup. Is that related to spirit mediums in any way? None that I know of. Wait, are you telling me you don't know what a lawyer is? I'm sorry, but I have no idea. Maya did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. So what's that you got there, Pearl? Oh, this? I found it yesterday. If you want it, I can give it to you. Sure. Alright, well if you really want to give it to me. You look like a child at a toy store, Mr. Nick. She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one too, and also sounds like a grown adult male. It's weird. Have you done any voice acting? Yes, for Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series! Yes, Pearls, can I call you that? Right? I can call you that, right? You're too cute to just call you Pearl. Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this Mega Tomahawk? Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you. But I can't accept something like this. All I really should do is charge this Megatama with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy? Yes, I'm basically a modern-day wizard. Please take this. Oh yeah, this is the music that plays in my head when I think about stuff. But this is also the music in the fourth game, I think? It's something, I don't know. I'd have to look it up. There's the one that introduced Devlin. Please take this. I'm sure it will be helpful. What do you mean? It will let you see people's secrets. See people's secrets? Yes. If it's alright with you, I would like to accompany you for a little while to fulfill your young girl follower quota for this game. I can explain the Megatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret. I kind of get alien vibes from it for it. I'm trying to like overpronounce words that she says. And like enunciate a little more. She's supposed to be like proper, so I'm trying to be like... She's taking each word at a time and being like... I don't know if that makes any sense. Hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. She's like a totally cute... Like, is she your daughter? What? No! How old do you think I am? What's that trunk there? Now where did this box come from? I'm sure it wasn't here last night. It looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few folded pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom. I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. The only thing is regarding the song you were talking about. Oh, the boo doo 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 doo. I like that song. Anyway, I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. I, like, totally don't know him? Oh yeah, you're gonna see Phoenix's power for the first time. Ah, what is that? You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on that person's heart. Huh? What? This is the power of the Mega Tomahawk. Only you can see these psyche locks, Mr. Nick. Or psychlocks? Psychlocks, huh? The more someone wants to hide this... Oh, the more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you will see. If it's only one, I think you can unlock it easily. Unlock? But how? Please use Mystic Maya's Megatama on this person. And let's remove the lock. I have no idea what she's talking about, but I guess I'll give it a try. You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you. If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop. Well, I have to I gotta start somewhere. Let's give this Cyclops thing a try. Move the lock, eh? What? Get it. I'm going to ask you again. How did you know Dr. Gray? Hey, totally don't know that guy? Like, you're totally more persistent than a roach. This girl's hiding something. I'm sure of it. Guess I'll have no choice but to remove this lock. Alright, so first I'll have to use Maya's Mega Tomahawk. Oh, I have to go present Mega Tomahawk? There we go. The victim. So this basically, it's kind of like a cross-examination type thing outside of court, and that's why you can get hurt by it, because the game needs to have higher stakes? I don't know what their reasoning is. Anyway. Aini Maini, or Ii Nini, or whatever your name is, I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you, like, how many times do I have to repeat myself? You're, like, so totally sure that where's, like, your proof? It may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person. I do believe you might have at least indirectly known him. And you can get more damage from it. I don't believe you can die from it, and I think when you get through, it heals you somewhat, so... You can go into court with lower health, or something like that. I think. I don't know. You can just save, like, before talking to somebody, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't... If I put my face up in it, I can almost read through the pop filter. Like, what do you mean? Like, indirectly? Yeah. I just try to get my face all up in here. I should try to show the possibility existed for now. So something that shows a possible connection between Aini and Dr. Gray. It should be this. Right? Like, what else would it be other than a newspaper clip? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check. Black key. Oh, yeah, so I can't talk to her yet. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather more clues before I try again. Hey, it's you, pal! So you're going to be your whole oil, I bet. Yeah. Oh. I really feel bad for you, pal. Just this once I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. I'm not scary, honest. Wow, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. Hey, I know, I'll show you something cool. How's this? It's a real, genuine pistol. Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing showing her something that dangerous? Oh, sorry. I just think kids should learn how to use guns when they're young. I was gonna let her just shoot it a couple times, no big deal. What about Maya and the charges against her? I guess you can't adjust the settings in this game either, huh? I did. They're as low as they can go. I can't make it lower than that. What about Maya and her charges against her? I don't think you can win, pal. If we're talking about proof, well, we've got a few pieces. You got proof? Yeah, pal. That puffy hell photographer is going to testify tomorrow. We must be talking about Lada. Actually, speaking of Lada... I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember? I took some hot pictures of that murder scene inside. Lada's hot pictures. I wonder what her camera captured. Besides, you must have realized it by now, pal. There's no way anyone other than Maya Fey could have done it. What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? Oh, Dr. Gray. The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was.
His face was all over those tabloid shows last year.
Yeah, I know.
I was looking through some newspapers from last year, and huh? I could have sworn I had cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it.
He's searching through his pockets, and oh boy, those are big.
Looks really interesting too. Hey, do you have a copy, pal?
Copy of the article? I think Dr. Gray might have brought the copy to the office when he came by. What? Did I somehow miss Gumshoe and do this out of order? Oh, yesterday you did her voice, and Morgan was like, wow, you have impeccable English. Yeah, I made that into a clip. Anyway, yeah. Or a highlight. I highlighted it, but it's only like a few seconds long. About Maya's trial tomorrow.
I got 2 pieces of news for you, pal.
2?
Yeah, bad news and even worse news. So which do you want to hear first?
I don't really care. It doesn't change the fact that I'm not going to like it.
Alright, pal, well, the prosecutor for the trial is Prosecutor Von Karma.
What? Von Karma? Manfred Von Karma. He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. Let me open the window. It's like 4,000 degrees. Now all the neighbors last week listen to me make silly voices. I have water? Oh, I need water. Okay, I'll be right back. Out here too, Sarah turned the heat up. Well, that's gonna make it even hotter. She should know that. Come on. Alright. Manfred Von Karma, he was an on-fine veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. The horrible aftertaste of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a sec. But didn't Von Karma stand trial and...
That's where the other piece of bad news comes in, pal. The Von Karma you're facing tomorrow is actually his successor.
Successor? So, who is the successor to Von Karma?
Well, pal, you're really not gonna like this, because it's a girl, and your voice has already done plenty of girl voices. Widowy, pal, it's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. This kid became prosecutor real young, like 13, and hasn't lost a trial since. That's what they call a prodigy, pal.
Kid, huh? Wait a sec. 13? The kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, a prodigy like that, I would have to have heard about.
Oh, no. The kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. That country's got a lot of stuff, and...
That country's got a lot of stuff, and is a great place to develop a person's talent. Oh, okay. Like, is he literally just saying it's got a lot of stuff? And yeah, he was.
It's a great place to develop a person's talents.
Germany, huh? That's probably why I've never heard of this person. I don't know how to do a German accent, let alone a girl's voice. Still, it'll take someone mentioning the name Von Karma. That's his daughter. She grew up with Edgeworth? I mean, Phoenix grew up with Edgeworth. I don't know if... I mean, he knows who she is because he was Von Karma's protege or whatever, but yeah, anyway. I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Mr. Wright! No, Mr. Wright! I may have added those things in my head. Stop! Get a grip on yourself, Phoenix! None of that matters anymore, now that he's gone. So anyway, here's this. Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day and...
Hey, it's that news story. It's the one about the malpractice suit.
14 patients died and it caused a huge stink.
Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that.
You mean the car accident the nurse died in?
Oh, here we go. I brought my own clipping with me today. Here, pal, this is for you.
Alright, thanks. Mimi Miney, nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic, died after falling asleep at the wheel. Anyway, I'm gonna go talk to some girl about this now. Mr. Nick. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna ask you again. Oh wait, I messed up. I have to present the Megatama. She was in Germany, so she didn't really grow up with Edgeworth. So I have to hit present. Why must I do this in a weirdly specific way? The victim. Miney, I believe you know who Dr. Gray is. And I told you, like, how many times do I, like, have to tell you? You're, like, totally sure? Where's your proof that I knew who this guy was? Blah, 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 blah. Indirectly knew who he was. Something, something. Shut up. Here's the thing. Take that! Take a look at this newspaper clipping. I read on the wiki they were brother and sister. On... What? When Karma took him in. What are you talking about? Like, what is it? A story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Mimi Miney. Miney's a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Miss Mimi Miney wouldn't happen to be a relative of yours, would she? So, you noticed, she was my older sister. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a nurse, perhaps at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Gray Surgical Clinic. I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister. I don't know what you're talking about, so I read on the wiki they were brother and sister. Edgeworth and Von Karma? Because they're not though. Remember, because, I mean, I'd be really surprised if that was part of the backstory, because she was studying in Germany, became a prosecutor at the age of 13. And Edgeworth, is from a different family that was taken under his wing. Edgeworth and Karma's daughter grew up together. Grew up with Phoenix. And she grew up in Germany. I don't know. Please tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. They had a brother-sister-like relationship. I mean, maybe, I don't know. My sister's name was Mimi Miney. She was like a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard that like Dr. Gray was really tough on people, like a total slave driver. He'd always be like, go to the store and buy $1,000 in Google Play gift cards, and I was like, why? My sis was like always coming home totally whipped because of how overworked she was. Wiped out? Oh, wiped. Alright. So is that why she fell asleep behind the wheel? Like, I drove my sister so hard, like into the wall in the car. Oh wait, I mean sorry, like drove my sister so hard, so like that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice? Yeah, like I think that was the doctor's fault too. My sister was pushed to like everyone's expectations and like her duties and stuff. And I pushed her to her death. Oh, I'm sorry. So, like, are we done? Like, I've already told you my stories to, like, everyone. Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a psychologue works. Well, I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to. The lock this time was pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying. and orphan Miles Edward. She's shared sibling bond? I don't know how they have a sibling bond. I think she likes Edgeworth or whatever, or like looks up to him, but I don't think he really... I don't remember him like ever caring about her that much at all. Mr. Nick. What's wrong? I have never left Kirain Village. Really? Wow, that's pretty amazing. You are going to meet with Mystic Maya, aren't you? Please tell her I said hi. Hey, wait! She ran off again. Well, I know Amy's secret now, but I still don't have any idea how I'm going to save Maya. I don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face or what. I thought she saw him as like a rival, more than anything. I don't know. I guess we'll see. What am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time. Can I really do anything? Can I really save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. Oh, this must be Maya. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? That voice. Who is it? Oh! Phoenix. Mia! Even without me, looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Mia, she's Maya's older sister and my mentor. She was top-notch defense lawyer, but a certain case forced her into retirement. That's what we call death, apparently. But whenever I'm in trouble, she just comes to help, like this. Her spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, especially when it's bad. Mia, you can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way through. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. Wait, so tell me all about it. I'm going to guess that my sister's in a lot of trouble again. So yeah, and then Mia shot the guy, and then stabbed the guy, and then told her everything that happened in the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes, deep in thought, while she listened. I say. Mia, what am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And what's that? Tell me, please. I have no idea what her voice was. It's been so long since, yeah. Believe in your convictions, and fight for the complete acquittal of your client. You think Maya's not guilty? How can you be so sure? I know she is, and I'll give you a hint as to why. Yes, mediums can't have dreams. They can't? From what you told me, it sounds like Maya is having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamt that she had died and been buried in the ground. That's impossible. You heard it from her, I'm sure. When a medium channels, her own spirit disappears. Which means that it's impossible for her to dream during that time. Then what does it mean? I used to go with Mia and Maya the same voice. Maya's is slightly higher, just a generic girl voice. Then what, how do you remember this? Anyway, I think it's safe to bet that Maya was set up. Set up? It's up to you to blow the lid on this case tomorrow. And show how she was set up. How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? But looking for a clue, it's already in your hands. It is? It just sounds... It's as it sounds, Phoenix. It's, already hold the key. Really? Come on, show me the key to this case. The key, huh? Alright, I'll show it to her. The key I hold. That was over a year ago. I don't remember some random character's voice. I don't know. Anyway, Mia, have you seen this key before? Ah, the key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that's happened in this case. I don't know. You probably remember better than I do. This key? Phoenix, listen. Right now, this key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. What does she mean? I'm sure this key will be a piece of evidence that makes her case tomorrow. I already know everything you need to know. You know what the key to this case is. That is enough. But, how can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could have... FedEx. I didn't know it at the time. This day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. Mia, what? What's wrong, FedEx? That's right, only I can see Cyclops. Which means Mia must know something about the real murderer. For this to be something that she would hide under lock and key from even me. What in the world's going on? Mr. Dick! FedEx. Mr. Dick. Hey there, pal. Righto! Ho ho ho! Mr. Right. Sounds like FedEx, in a way. Yeah. What? Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean? No, I heard it was his successor this time. Successor? Manfred Von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks so he could win. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to give each of those guilty verdicts. Now a successor. I wonder what kind of person that will turn out to be. It's no good. Mystic Maya. Burley! You showed up? Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where is your mother? Don't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said that they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then you came all this way by yourself? Yep, I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. I can't, oh my. It takes 2 hours by train, oh man. Really? What about the train? What's a train? Negative. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would have been nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. A.G. Worth. Who is that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also my friend. Objection! I still remember him as though I'd only seen him yesterday. Oh my! That hair! That cravat! Objection! Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. Nick was there too. Objection! Objection! It was always back and forth with him. But when you're alive, rivals for life. Maya! Please don't mention that name ever again. But why, Mr. Nick? Nick. I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot. You don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will now commence. Please proceed to the courtroom. You'll all be walking out of here today, except for those who are guilty. Take a seat, take a seat. That verbal indeed. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Nick!
We've made it to trial. Oh no, now I have to do Von Karma's voice. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? Ooh, what's with this kid? Mr. Wright, are you prepared? What? Oh, yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Mr. Phoenix Wright. I will take this whip and I shall whip you. Is this what Von Karma? This what Miss Von Karma does? Franziska Von Karma. Mr. Phoenix Wright. You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? Hold on. She's the famed successor to the prosecutor of Von Karma? You're Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy. Woohoo! I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany when I came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge! Woohoo! I like this Mario. It's great. Make her sound like Mario. That's so good. Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma? If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... Ow! I'm a talking. Woohoo! Yeah! You interrupt again, and my weapon will do the speaking for me. And please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. Ow! Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Ha ha ha! Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Who's of the Von Karma blood? Only one fate, and that's perfection. The defendant Maya Fey will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. I will jail her. Woohoo! Very well. What's the defense's position? Your Honor. Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I will give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's alright. I will have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? Plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. You can very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but the defense stands by the plea of not guilty, because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. A foolish. That's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and I will show you the first witness. She's just as scary as her father like daughter, I suppose. Witness, state your name and occupation. Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Ah! Get to the point already. Explain it to the court of the details of this murder. Woohoo! Yes, so, if everyone would please look at this map. Generally, Timber, no windows and no doors, and the doors are locked and whatever. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing there? They were channeling the spirit, so... Channeling the spirit? That's quite the disbelief there, Your Honor. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, so... A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. That was me! I don't believe it, pal. You're too wimpy. That's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. Court plans added to the court record. So, how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time then. First of death. The worst cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, so the shot was fired from point-blank range. Before the victim was shot, so he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used a pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, so after being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank. Usually people don't survive those forehead shots. Stop talking. The court accepts this into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. Objection! I mean, hold it. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. The victim? Now, why would he have...
Objection!
Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point is we are missing is whose fingerprints are under the pistol. You're not already paying attention to that, then I have to suggest that you start. Fingerprints. There were fingerprints. One with the victims. The defendant might have faced fingerprints on the website. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder. Yeah, I walked right into her hands there. Shot was fired from the point-blank range. From point-blank range. Point-blank, huh? So how far away is that? It's anywhere between 10 to 12 inches away. How do you know he was shot at point-blank? Tiska, Mr. Phoenix, alright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Ooh. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn? Something is shot from a point blank. The burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And then there are definitely some gunpowder bullets left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow, I guess. Sorry, just you say live and learn, and I think of the song Live and Learn by Crush 40, I think is the name of the band. Marina is calling them foolish. She likes doing that. I really like her that much. She's mostly just kind of annoying, in my opinion. Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife! I see, and whose knife was it? It looks like it belonged to the face, so... Looks like they were really gutting some good food with this stuff. Wham! Slash! Kabam! And of course, Maya Faye's fingerprints were all over it. I don't think wham and kabam are good slicing words, but all over it, huh? There, this does not look so good. Yahaha! Yee-hee-hee! Yahoo! What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wound is very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch or more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. Maybe she stabbed him with the intent to just injure him before shooting him in the head. Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't argue that. That's pretty bad, actually. The murderer or something, I skipped it. I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't skip it. We can always go back and look at it. Are you sure he was stabbed first and then shot? Nope. Sure as I can be. One look at the wound and you come to the same conclusion, pal. Foolish fool is only a fool who will listen to the foolish fools of the opinions of fools or something. A pistol shot to the forehead of point blank is certainly enough to kill instantaneously. Does it matter then which was first? Can you imagine Mario with the pistol shooting at people at the point of blank? I cannot do this. This is too hard for brain. Think of a little more before you open a big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix, alright? What a pain in my patukas. That's enough. I'm like ad-libbing a lot for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, we have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought in the two motor weapons with me today, so... Very well. The court accepts them into evidence, because why not? Murder weapon was grazed. 2 shots fired.
Seems like a little bit of a contradiction there, huh?
Bears Maya and Gray's fingerprints. Alright, Maya. I take a shot at you and you take a shot at me. Throws it to her. No. Anyway. Murder weapon. Small fruit knife. Belongs to the face. Bears Maya's fingerprints. The date and the time of the death was June the 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at the time. How can you be an eyewitness but only have heard something? And the 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? Bad living is giving me life. So entertaining. Wait, 2 shots? I thought there was 1. This does seem like an open and shut case. Naturally. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam it with a little gavel of yours. After all, there's no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite true. Mr. Wright. Yes? Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. See, as I promised to Mr. Phoenix Wright, you will be changing your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. Not guilty. Wait. Your Honor? What is it, Mr. Wright? It's been 9 minutes? 9 and a half now. I'm just kidding. Okay. If we play justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined and she'd be labeled a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honor. Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of a complete acquittal. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright, the detective. Yes, sir. Is it the final portion of your testimony, the final strike? Yes, sir. Now, see here, proceedings are run by... Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. I think that the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Woohoo. Etc. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Other than the second gunshot. We'll get to that. So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya fate of the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Maya's costume added to the court record. Alright, Mr. Wright. Maya's fingerprints on both the murder weapons and the blood splatters on her clothes. It's spatters, by the way. It's not, there's no L in that word. Blood spatter. Google it, Phoenix Wright. Google it. Okay, anyway. Could the situation get any worse? Ha. Ha. Sorry. Ha! Yeah, ha! Woohoo! What seems wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk it off with your tail between your legs, Phoenix Wright. Stop calling me by my full name, it's disturbing. Incriminating evidence. So, I'm just trying to think about how long I want to keep going with this. Spatter is a word. Sure is. Sorry, pal, but there's a more incriminating piece of evidence. What is that? Let me get to it. Okay. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? You're kind of scary today, you know, pal. Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. Oh, alright, please just stop glaring at me like that. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. Maya's costume? Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya, she was wearing her channeling costume today too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? Nah, pal. That would make the game designers have to have a new drawing of her. We don't want that. That's more work.
As you can see, it's covered in blood.
This blood on the costume. Wab was always sold as a victim. So there's blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. So were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well...
Objection!
If you must change the topic, there must be a good detective here. Then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad. Not enough time, but let's move on. Yes, Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct. And now even the judge is on her side. And if I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do here?
Keep going. Usually how that goes.
Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be something about this costume. I just have to look harder. Mr. Wright, Von Karma's logic is perfect. There is no way for you to poke a hole. There's literally a hole in the... Anyway. It looks like my time is... There's one little thing that's wrong with this thing.
Oh, I have a guide. I brought it up earlier because of the wandering around and not knowing where to go. Sometimes you can get hung up on needing to show somebody like a profile, and there's like 10 places for you to walk around, and you don't know who you're supposed to talk to, and so I think in this game in particular, you really need that. Okay, Your Honor.
Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about, pal? Where's the problem you're talking about? I've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here.
Take that!
And I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve in this costume. The sleeve. There's a tiny hole here. Hole? That wasn't in the report. Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. Gunpowder? No one told me! A hole that smells like gunpowder. It looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that this is a bullet hole. Yeah. Order. Why did I turn in a gumshoe? Order. This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else. Press the check button for detail. Sorry, I guess we messed up some. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. The tiny hole does not change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more.
Objection!
How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight.
Wait, hold on a second. I have an idea.
I agree it's a mistake on the part of the police. What Prosecutor Von Karma said still holds true. The evidence still stands. If you do not have a more definitive problem with the evidence, then... No way! Detective Gumshoe, continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm getting a high encoding error. Usually means it's overheating. Ooh, that's a toasty laptop. Holy cow. Well, it did work, but they're like, it doesn't matter. The defendant that attacked and killed a person without a doubt was not fighting back. Yeah, I turned the fan on high on my computer. That should help cool it down quite a bit. You'd think it would. Maya's clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. So if there's a bullet hole in her clothes, then of course they were fighting back. What?
Objection!
Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlook supposed to mean? What did it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? You're right. Man, this music is just not, it doesn't have enough of a punch. It seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. Alright, the wind seems to be shifting. Huh. What is that? What is it with the "Are you finished yet" laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix? Right.
Okay.
Miss Von Karm. It seems that Maya Fey was shot by the victim.
It's me, Mario.
However, that is all. Sorry. However, that is only grounds to justify. Enough to support the justified self-defense plea. That's correct. I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said.
Oh boy.
They rejected self-defense. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty.
Very good.
Now that you... Why, that's right. Which means, the defense is yet to prove anything at all. No! Well, yes, that's true.
Thank you.
Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even the plea of justified self-defense.
Let's go.
Huh? How so? Not just to stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day.
See you next time.
With the new information that we acquired, added in, of course. Oh, you mean by myself? You want me to put together a scenario all by myself? Yes, sir. Right away, sir. What transpired? During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, so while the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun and emptied it. The scenario you put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright, on the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please.
Luigi!
Okay. Anyways, enough of that.
Going to channeling the defendant. Oh yeah, the channeling. The defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant, and in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant would have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. I think you can get away with such a flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Mayfair was in the midst of the channeling, was she not? Channeling with this Kiran channeling technique, the medium physically changes. But the nurses feel that the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Kiran channeling technique. Like I said it before, I am perfect. I'm perfect.
Okie dokie!
About what you were talking about, I didn't quite get it. Never mind, let's continue with the testimony.
Yeah, Maya has no motive. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, so... Why does this woman have a weapon in court? Well, let me just say that this is not the last time that a weapon shows up to court. There's a criminal, a prosecutor who was put away in jail, who gets pulled out of jail to be a prosecutor, and he brings a samurai sword with him. And he's like, bah! And busts his chains off. Anyways, that guy's really cool. And we'll never see him because he's in like the 5th game and the 6th game. But anyway. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him.
But if you think about the blood loss, he probably was hurt pretty bad.
How badly hurt would you say he was?
Well, actually, I went to get blood the other day, and afterwards I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. Well, I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness? Ah! Oh, sorry.
While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Where in the world did that pistol come from?
It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had a specifically bought it for that day.
Wait, a handgun?
He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder.
Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? The victim took a shot, but they're too close and he missed. So, you're saying the bullet hole in this costume was made then?
Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired.
Maya, you look glad you weren't hurt.
But it
Picked up on the opening and took the gun and ended it. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life.
The victim had already taken off the safety. The safety off, even an amateur like you could fire the gun just by pulling the trigger.
Even me? I wonder. How do you understand? The Von Kammer's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes this look very bad. But there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. I'm really feeling it. Missing the tiny hole in this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. Do you feel it, Mr. Krabs? I don't actually know what that...
Yeah, what do you mean?
This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where's the gunpowder burn on this costume? Yeah, I wouldn't have got that without looking at the guide. Gunpowder burn? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from the point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh! But there isn't a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. This is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other.
Objection!
You're disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go.
Let's go.
In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And that was when they were separated and he fired. How was that?
Objection!
As if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Well, that's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. That's while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took a shot. There, that should even satisfy you. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. Something doesn't make sense. There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal flaw. Yow. Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. It's the folding screen.
Take that!
This is a piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What's that? A folding screen? I would like to point out to the court's attention the hole in this folding screen. Ah! Looks like you are. Wow, I started doing Mario. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Who? Where? What? Why? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, and then the folding screen. I don't know. It passed through at approximately a height of 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Order. That changes everything. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit this location, about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area, right directly in front of it, so it made perfect sense. No, it was like right here.
Take that!
Somewhere around here. Uh-oh, the judge's face just scrunched as he smelled some serious bad breath. Wait, I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Sure. In the meantime, I want you to think things through again, Mr. Wright. Of course, whoops. What's done is done. For now, I should focus on where Maya was at the crime. Slightly south at that point? I don't know. The area near the bullet hole and present it.
Take that!
She was standing here, near the folding screen. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. How can you gauge the distance from that? Oh no! Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? Why? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would have been gunpowder burns present. However, there's nothing of the sort around the bullet hole in this costume. Ah, good costume, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim while she was shot. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? It changes everything. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen? Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I have figured it has to be a reason. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oh. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the last radius of disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point, now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile? Detective. How dare you damage my perfect logic? Huh? How is it my fault? You can start by repairing your standing by removing that 3-strand goatee. When all you rest assured your punishment will come later. Punishment? Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's a time to call in the next witness.
Bye-bye.
Next witness? That's gotta be Lotta. Very well. The court will now take a 5-minute recess. After we will reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. It's a bullet hole, it's not like butthole. That would make this case very different. Mr. Butts. Miss Larry Butts. Okay. June 21st, something or other. Ew, that was a close one. I know you were giving it your all, Nick. You tried to defend me. But all I could feel was the death penalty hanging in the air. What's wrong with your voice? Maya, what's wrong with your voice? The guy who does my voice acting messed up when it comes to my voice. I feel like I was pretty close to dying myself. But you are wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. Thanks, we tricked? That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of heart. Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sister's ghost will come after and haunt you. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yes, do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. June 21st, 11:43, Court District Room number 2, something like that. Okay, I don't know how long I want to go with this. We're at the 2-hour mark right now, and we are starting the next trial section. I think I got enough in me to make it like through a couple sections of a lot of heart. We'll slice through a lot of heart by Dr. Phil Knife Hands, and then we'll end it after that. Court will now reconvene. Now, the first order of... Ow! I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Yes, sir. bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. Hey y'all, it's me, Lala. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice now. Now! Name and occupation. Now, I declare what in tarnation. Hey, Judge, this here's the violence against my fair self.
That's fine.
That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip. Yeah. There's no need for foolish outcries from the foolishly foolish fools. Hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. And I haven't even gotten to say my name job yet. Hey, Blowhawk, partner, my power photographer. I'm here to testify.
Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay?
On the document of the family in the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we hear the dang old gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down. Somehow, even with that scrawny body over there, he rammed that door, just barely smashed it down. I don't even know how I did it. That door must have been real weak, I tell you what. And we rushed in that room. And beside there was a dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. And I swear the other two there, is the only two there. It's the only reason why they was able to get in that room. What?
Can you repeat that?
I said, I swear. Other than those two, there was only there were not a single, not one person, no other person else there in that room. Yeah, I'll tell you what.
And anyway, did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place?
No, I reckon, of course. Excuse me. I reckon, of course, that's short for y'all. Reckon, of course, I did. Yeah. Does it look like a cat? Hurry up and show your picture to the court. Moment of truth. What will be in that picture? Now let's see here. This here is that there picture. Y'all see here. There's Mystic Maya in the foreground shooting that there Dasta Gray.
It would certainly seem that the defendant and the victim were in that room.
Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I'll clear the doubt about Maya's cross-examination. I saw one contradiction. I don't know if you did. Just watch me. A lot of lying like in the first game. A lot is a big dummity-dum-dum. I don't think it's like intentional in this game, but the other game she like intentionally was lying so she could be in a murder case. I don't know. Only the doctor and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. Was it really only those two that went in?
Objection!
What are you blabbering about? You were there too, or were you not? Yeah. Why don't you answer that question yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes, Dr. Green and Maya were the only two that went into the room.
But hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against its own client.
Anyway, y'all folks, only two of them went out their channeling chamber here. But you knew that from the beginning. Didn't you know this? Witness continue. We're outside waiting by the door, and then bang, we hear this gunshot. Was it really a gunshot?
Objection!
Are you insane? You must have heard it just as well. Ugh. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot.
Why are we listening to the defense testify?
And the world becomes just a little bit crueler. I heard gunshot a long time ago, so I know what it sounds like, y'all. There was a Gourd Lake, and there was a bam blam, and Mr. Edwards shot some guy. No, that's not true. Yes, I heard. I saw that. I caught that there on my camera. And I tell you, I saw that there in that there room. That gunshot I heard. I heard that there gun. Now this where the story heats up. Mr. Lawyer broke the door down. So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down? Honestly, Mr. Phoenix, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down. Yeah, sorry. Why does this feel like an imposition? No need for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man.
Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see.
judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And what'd you see once you broke in? Inside was a dead victim and the dead defendant waving around a pistol.
Hold it!
Are you sure it was the defendant, Miss Maya Fey? Yeah, sure, I'm sure. Well, that seems awful confident in her testimony. Let's keep pressing harder for some reason. Well, at least think back more to that day or whatever. What y'all getting at? Remember when you said that we broke into the room? I was murdered. Lada, at a time like this? I'm not just perfect snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? You saw the murderer at that time. You couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not, am I correct? Well, you see, Order, Miss Hart. You are here to present accurate testimony. Oh, yes, that's sorry there. Good. This shifts things back to my side. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When I entered, one of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in, yeah, Seems like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey. What do you think is the contradiction here? There's a guy dead on the ground, and Maya's pointing from the rear. Like, she was on the other side of the room, by the screen. But how is she on this side of the room, facing the screen? Exactly! Rats, and I'm trapped like one again. I swear, other than those two, there's no one else in the room.
Hold it!
Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure I am. That old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fey? But there's no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. And was there really no one else in there? What about the folding screen? What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Rick Given! Huh? What in the... Rick Given? You know, y'all reckon that's a given. It took me a good... it took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way there's somebody hanging out there behind that screen. If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. What y'all got a problem? You want to fight in the parking lot? Rick Given. I mean, I am having a little difficulty in understanding you. If you would please stop saying such things as Rick Given. Ah! Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony or not? Alright, just as I thought, there's nothing wrong. Just as I thought, there is nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Enough. Was it Morgan dressed as Maya, maybe? Would she be behind it? It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart. Seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only two people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do if I just let this go? What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in the photo? No. Well, Mr. Wright. Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up on trying to prove this is not Maya Fey. I didn't say anything about giving up. And I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough. I don't think you're actually right if I remember, but I think you're like really close to what it is. But I can't quite. Because I remember Morgan was. No. Think about this. Because you can figure it out with what you know already. Morgan was with us outside the chamber, remember? Is that it? Is that all I could do? I think it's quite obvious to the court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally, 100% possible. Miss Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume. You can literally just think, who was there at the time? You were with Lotta and you were with Morgan. You know it's not Maya. I mean, come on, it's not Maya. Gray wouldn't kill himself. He was going there to clear his name. It doesn't make any sense. And then there's this other character whose sister was driven to madness by the guy. By Dr. Gray. Who's surprisingly just not present at the time and doesn't seem to know anything. You're very much stumbling across the reason of why I don't like this case. There's not enough characters in it for you to... You're right. So it's like... You know it could really only be Aini or Emi or whatever. Unless you think it's like Pearl somehow. And Pearl doing a channeling, but like... Can Pearl even channel? Probably, but we haven't even been shown that. So it's like, they're not gonna make a child kill somebody anyway. So, yeah, there you go. Bingo. She has a motive, and there's not enough characters, so it's like you just kind of go, well, it can't be Morgan, it can't be Lotta, it's not gonna be Phoenix, it's not gonna be Maya, it's not gonna be Gray. Who's left? Pearl and that lady. So they start this case off as almost like a whodunit kind of thing, like we were talking about earlier. But then you're like, oh, but wait, it can only be one person unless there's like another person they introduce, but they never do. So it's like, well, then when they reveal it, you're like, well, yeah, okay, yeah. With the next case, that's not true. There's a billion characters in that case, I swear. So yeah. Anyway. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume. To the credit of the Mo the Clown case, they don't have that problem that this case has. It's pretty much the only credit I can give that case. And it's also to a huge detriment because there's too many freaking people to talk to. Anyway, I couldn't protect Maya. The defense. I'm looking for the third one so bad. NX, you can't make that kind of face. Boy, or someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Mia! Just kidding, B-words. Pearl can transform. Guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? But Pearls! Her clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She has already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully one more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray! I was murdered. What? Why do I have to go through this? A lot of time like this, blah blah blah. I'm skipping it, sorry. Well, the clothes are small. What's she gonna do? See, there's one final piece to this puzzle. Mia? Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Now, the court would like to end the cross-examination period.
Hold it!
Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any unrelated— Nah! It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. What a better time than this for you to see that. Hello, play Crisis Core. Is that a Final Fantasy game? I don't know what that is. It sounds familiar, though. Final Fantasy Crisis Core? I don't know. But, I mean, I have some place to go after this. Alright, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry up and give another testimony. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us one more time what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge, right? Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. I don't have that game, and I probably don't have the console that can play that game. Witness's account part 2. We broke into that room focused on was mine. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm real bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. I still managed to point my camera and take my camera at mine and take a shot. Yeah, I thought you took 2 pictures. Why is there only 1 picture? Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague, and I should press her on those sections. Trouble all you like, as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Woohoo! Well, amuse me with your useless questions. Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm awaiting. Okay, Mario, let's do this. Let's press the statements. We broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. So, what did she look like? Yeah, no, she also looked like a different person. A different person? She may have seemed like a different person, however, she was still Maya Fey. You've already made that point abundantly clear. Yes, that is true. Well then, Miss Hart. Did you happen to see anything else? I was kind of scared of a dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. Then perhaps the body was not Dr. Gray's at all. Well, I reckon that's possible.
Objection!
The body inside that room was not that. If the body inside that room was not Dr. Gray's, whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling, or maybe now? Foolish fool, spouting foolishly foolishness, just as I expect a foolish fool such as you. If that were the case, then that would mean that Maya Fey is in fact dead. That would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it? Sorry, Maya. Maybe this game was easier, because it's the one after the tutorial. So they didn't want to make it too difficult. So, I mean, in terms of narrative, it's a weaker narrative. I don't actually think this is easier in terms of gameplay. I think they're actually asking more obscure questions than the last game. I've been using this guide to sort of walk through it, just because I don't feel like sitting there thinking about it today, I guess. And even some of this stuff, I'm like, what the heck? I wouldn't have figured that out. I think the game's harder in that sense, but that doesn't mean the narrative can't have an interesting twist or something fun in it. And there is. There's actually a really good twist in this case, but it's like, I feel like they kind of ruin it just before the twist. So, but anyway, you all done here? Can I continue? It's really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. And even knowing that, you still persist in being a paranormal photographer? And that's why I'm getting out of this here business. This gal's gonna get the dirt on the stars and be a tabloid photographer from now on. She goes through jobs faster than a baby through diapers. Wow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, would it kill you to stay on topic for a change? Well, would it, Mr. Wright? Nice tag team in stereo. Guess I should be grateful it's not in 5.1. That's an outdated reference. But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. Bang! I mean, look, 2, right? Two what? 2 shots? You took 2 shots.
But only one has been submitted as evidence.
It's hard. Where's the other picture you've been withholding? No. Y'all got it wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. Oh, I'm not gonna be a little mean. I ain't evil. Come on. Well, at least she knows herself.
Then why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet?
Well, ain't it obvious? Prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. What? Von Karma?
Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence.
Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this. You're as bad as your father! Confront Francisco or leave it to the judge. I guess confront? As you can do either. Your Honor, the defense asked Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court.
Well, yes.
Me, in contempt of court. You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? Ag, I was so angry I lost my composure.
Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to the court?
But this picture was not important, and thus I felt no need to submit it. That's all. How could you think? Pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? You have to see it that badly. I'll submit it. That's way different. What? What?
What is this picture?
I don't see. Is that a bullet hole in her sleeve there? But behind the dialogue box? It's obvious the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. It shows the freaking face of the person, you big dumb. But it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur.
I think the important point here is the person in the picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how it looks just like Miney Miney, only with her eyes open? Isn't it funny how it looks like that?
What is the meaning of this?
This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? Wow, I found that kind of weird. Gee. Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the picture in the person in this picture is not Maya Fey.
Yes, I can see that. It's not just your face, her whole body has taken on a different appearance.
There is only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant.
Order! Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey.
Mia, we did it! You're too soft. What? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts fix. Take a look at the prosecutor Von Karma's face. She's smiling? I think you'd better continue to worry Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that?
Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitor room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant Maya Fey during his visit. How did they take a picture behind Phoenix? Why wouldn't it be from that camera?
Maya Fey. But isn't this totally a different person?
She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit.
It's unbelievable that she can...
It's the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Miss Von Karma, a word if I may. Mia, Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that a picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal. But I've never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. What is she? The moment I showed this picture in court, this case became all mine. After all, this image now has been forever burned into the judge's mind. I don't even have a single witty line. Looks like we've been had.
I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. But on the word of the prosecutor, we'll just say that this lady is a shapeshifter. Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fey?
I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya? Doesn't look like her even remotely? Your Honor.
Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see.
This picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now.
A contradiction.
So you think you spotted a problem with the picture, and earn your keep.
Why don't you point
out exactly what's strange? There's no bullet hole in her coat thing. There's no bullet hole. That's friggin' weird, isn't it? It says, and I don't know where you're supposed to point for that, so point to the bottom right. Yes, you're right. Her left sleeve and present it. Okay, like literally, how would I know that? I mean, I would know that I'm looking for the bullet hole if I saw that, but how would I know which sleeve to point at?
Take that!
Please direct your attention here.
to the sleeve. But there isn't anything odd about it.
And that's exactly what's so odd. Also, I couldn't choose to look at my evidence and see the sleeve, by the way. There was no option for that. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be here is suddenly missing. Should be here. Ah! Wow, wow, wow. Or whatever Mario sounds like when he gets hurt.
Can you help me get it out?
Mario, what are you talking about? What's this?
Mario's a smash and a dash.
What are you doing, Mario? Anyway, there's a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. In that case, then it should be in this picture as well. Nope, I was locked out of looking at evidence, so the game was just like, good luck.
Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence. You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this.
Alright, this should do some major damage to her argument. Not celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Jumping the gun again, I see. Your Honor.
And Luigi.
I'd like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools.
What do you mean? What incompetent fools?
If those fools had under the precinct hadn't Mr. Bullet Hole, they would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known this picture was of any value to the case.
I see.
She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Francisca Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. So yeah, she's a scumbag like her dad. If you assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that detective gets what's coming. She'll take it out on Gumshoe. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe.
In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, your costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none.
Judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. I want all you've got in one shot, alright? Got it! Watch this, Maya. Your Honor. There is only one logical explanation for the contradiction. bullet hole is made later. The shooter is someone else. The picture is fake. I would have said she changed clothes or something. The shooter changed clothes into Maya's clothes or something. It seems like a really bad idea to try and frame somebody. Bullet hole is made later? Oh, when Morgan was alone? Was Gray still alive when we went into that room? He'd been stabbed and like passed out, and then they shot him after we left? Or something? There's only one explanation to why there's no hole in the sleeve of this picture. The hole was created much later, after the murder took place.
After the murder.
Hey, yo! These 2 gunshots we heard before were broken, did you forget? Is that how it went? Wait, it said choose option 2! You jerk guide. Pistol fired. Only 2 shots, no more, no less. I thought we only heard one.
You know how to count.
Max, what are you doing? Try it one more time. Yes, Chief. There's only one logical explanation for the contradiction. The shooter's someone else. Nope, just point stuff out for nothing. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person clearly does not. There can only be one explanation. This person who shot Dr. Payne was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. Wow! 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 Mario. It's gotta be like a Mario. That's not the one. That's not the one.
I'm afraid you can't do this.
Okay, anyway.
Order.
Order.
And if order is not restored, I will suspend this trial.
Why me? The defense argument is a complete mess. Complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness. What the heck? Is that any way to ask Gal for a favor? Be quiet, you. You were the one who said it was only 2 of them when you entered the room. It was only the 2 of them. Well, y'all know, if you were lying, I swear, my whip will be the last thing that you see. Yo, look, sis, y'all made mine scared. Why don't we say you, wow, I swear, I wasn't lying to nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. See, now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? Where did this other woman appear from? Well, you know, it's a good question. Why is it lately all I want to do is cry?
Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses 2 very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from?
That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, thanks. You can't fall apart here. I can't believe that even Mia's calling me by my full name. Oh, I skipped it. She's in Phoenix Wright. But I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet? Not enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think that you have enough in you to turn things around even now? Turn things around? That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Thanks. So where did this intruder come from, and where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, a 3rd person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? I could prove that either of those contradictions were true.
Mr. Wright, let's hear what you have come up with.
And I think what happened before we forced her way into the chamber is... Maya left the room? Something I can't explain yet! Maya left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove this! What a foolish fool, foolishly fool, foolly fool. Maya Fey was locked in after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene are lower than the detective's salary.
Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of the arrest, the defendant had left the room.
Oh, there's a key.
Take that!
Miss Hart, do you remember this key?
Except, in Phoenix's voice. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I seen it. Hey, that's the challenge chamber's key, right? And then she turned into Phoenix halfway through. And that's the challenge chamber key, right? Before the challenge started, I might lock that door from the inside of that. Lock the door from the inside. The defendant locked herself inside the door. Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of a kind, after all.
Oh, one of a kind, you say?
Wait, Mr. Phoenix right. Yes, looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but there is a key currently in your possession.
Huh? What do you mean?
If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her.
Yes, agreed.
However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Well, it ain't that a kick in the head by a donkey. How come y'all holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. I get lots of presents from little girls. And that little girl's nowhere near the crime scene at the time. Oh, wow, that's preposterous. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding the key that you see before you. Wow! Something like that. Mamma mia! Oh no! There, that's a good one. It's a good Mario. Let's see. There button. Click that there button. And it's not working. Okay, well. Tried. Get to a Mario soundboard.
It seems we've come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant.
I said no ad block. Come on, stupid website.
Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma.
How can this be?
At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible.
My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case?
Game over.
Don't think you won't yet, Mr. Right. I'm a prodigy, and I've never lost a case. I don't intend to lose to you in this court, and I don't intend to lose in this courtroom to a fool like you.
Mamma mia.
There it is, Mamma Mia. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict.
That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Oh, that was you, Pearly? You summoned my cease?
Yes, I felt I had no choice.
Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah, it's not like anyone else there could have done that. Nick, I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room.
And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room.
Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like, what happened in that room, for instance? I'm counting on you, Mr. Nick.
Love.
Oh, sorry.
I envy the two of you.
Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure. Alright, Pearls, you ready to go buy some tickets?
Huh? A tick-cat?
Poor thing, so sheltered.
A tick-cat?
So long, Bowser.
Yeah, this is a good place to stop. Been 2 hours and 40 minutes. And I'm feeling my voice a little bit. Okay. Anyways. Saved. And we start back in Curain again. Curain, I don't know, I always call it Curain. Until next time, thank you so much for watching my stream. Yeah, that was good. Case hasn't gone to complete poo yet, at least not that I remember it, but hey, we're getting there. I don't think this is that long of a case. I'm pretty sure, just in general, that this game is not that long. They spend a lot of time in this game on the fourth case, which is the best one, thankfully. Because this case POs me a little bit, but it's not terrible. In the next case, I mean, it's not actually easy. I'm using a guide. I've been using a guide pretty much this whole time after I got lost, like right off the bat. And some of the stuff I'm like, I don't know if I could have got it, but yeah. So we got to do investigations, and I don't know. How long is this case? Is this a 3-day case? Doesn't look like it is. Kind of hard to tell from this guide. But anyway, yeah, so thanks for watching. It was fun. Pick it up next Friday, maybe? Or if I can find time during the week. It'd have to be a shorter stream, though. But yeah. It was good. So we'll pick it up. We'll finish this case next time. I meant easy to tell who it was. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of. Yeah, good night. Are you going to bed? Or I'm probably gonna go make some food.